All right, good morning, everybody. I'm gonna go fix that disaster right there. I just obviously was running late, so I wanted to jump on before I did that. Sorry for blinding everybody. Also, you get to see that I usually do these shows in pajama pants, so I look like I'm dressed, but I'm not even a little bit dressed. There we go. Okay. Wow, that's still bright today. It is really cold outside, which is, I guess, life when it is that sunny. But we are in a bad cold snap. It is that time of year, I know. Um, so yeah, I had all that open. Gosh, I don't remember it being that bright before. I Can I give like a real weird angle? I'm just gonna like chill out at this angle right here. I don't remember that being such a bad problem in the previous episodes, but here we are. You get to see my box pile there. I just have a box pile in my room. I don't know, I'm one of those people. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yesterday, so my roommate's got a truck that is 36 years old. That runs about as well as you would expect a truck that's 36 years old to run. So I opened everything up because like he came by for lunch. And I guess it was actually colder by then than it had been in the morning. We just had temperatures plummet yesterday during the day. So he when he was trying to go back to work, his truck wouldn't start. Of course, I'm sitting here doing my thing, writing, and I hear him struggling back there. So I like grabbed my keys to throw them at him so he could get back to work. But by the time by the time I got to that point of like the window being completely open, he had gotten the truck started. So I am assuming though that today he took my car. If anything, this was a good flipping year for me to be working from home because he's got that stupid truck that I feel like he had last winter. I don't remember him struggling this much. Maybe he just walked to work a bunch. That's another thing is he is a mile from his work. So, oh, never mind, a coworker. Because he's a mile from work, a coworker would pick him up a lot. So, um, anyways, that whole ramble. As per usual, I started the show with a weird, unrelated ramble, and will probably continue throughout the show with weird, unrelated rambles. But the good news is that as of present day, I'm only doing those rambles for 5 minutes now, so we can be productive. So we are going to write or be productive. Suddenly saying productive is like a whatever. Hey, CB, thanks for joining. So we're gonna write for the next 10 minutes or whatever your poison is this morning. I'm probably gonna make another cup of coffee, and then I'm editing today. And then we're gonna do a 5-minute break from there, and then we're gonna do 15-minute sprints from then on, and hopefully get some work in today because I am super behind. So I will see you guys in 10 minutes. Good luck, everybody. Okay, time is up on that sprint. I didn't get that much done. I did read a little tiny bit. I mostly made myself a cup of coffee and I fussed with Twitch. This is my first official Twitch stream. And of course I spent zero, I probably wasn't going to be able to, but I spent zero time attempting to see if I could figure out how the Twitch interface worked. And that didn't get me. Yeah, so I just ended up having to fight a whole bunch to figure out what I was doing with it. But I got it. I got my chat window popped out, and hopefully I can moderate from that. I literally have one follower right now, and it is my best friend who will never watch this show because she's not a writer. But spreading wings, and yes, in hindsight, it would have been smarter for me to start the Twitch last month in Nano, but that's okay. It's okay. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the Twitch. Like, I feel like I probably, if I'm doing writing streams on it, I should just stick with writing streams. But also, I just got that swanky new computer that doesn't quite work yet, but will soon. I just need to get some stuff for it. And maybe I'll start gaming again. I don't know. Hey, Pronoun, thanks for joining. What are you reading today, Pronoun? And CB managed to get your Iron Man and rescue Funky Pops, standing for about 5 seconds before rescue fell off again. I know that feeling. I too have a lot of things that struggle to stand in my room. You guys can't see it, but I've got, every once in a while you guys are made aware of the fact that I have 2 bookshelves here and here. It's hard to gesture that with that smaller window. Here and here I've got bookshelves. That corner down there is where all of my English lit stuff is, and that's why I am frequently reaching down here to get like Shakespeare or modern grammar. But on those bookshelves, not on those shelves, but on some of the other ones, I have many knickknacks from over the years, and some of them do not sit upright for the lives of them. Most notoriously, a stuffed troll doll. I don't know why I still have troll dolls, except I don't get rid of stuff. I'm just one of those people. And the ones that are like full hard bodies stand up perfectly fine, but the stuffed body ones, I don't know, they're kind of like beanbags, and they've got bottoms on them, but they don't sit. Their legs kind of hang down slightly, but if you put them on the ledge, they'll flop back, and then if you try to like put them actually on the surface, they'll flop back. It's a thing that I've been dealing with for 30 goddamn years of my life, and I don't know why I still have these things, except every once in a while there's that moment where somebody is like, remember troll dolls? And I'm like, oh yeah, here is a troll doll for you. So CB fixed her problem by balancing them and leading rescue against the Iron Man. Yes, that sounds perfect. So we are going to go ahead and write for the next, oh, you know what? We're going to write for the next 20 minutes. Or read in the pronouns case, or I am editing in my case. So whatever you're doing, do you, and I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Okay. That sprint went pretty good for me. I did have a Zillow distraction in the middle of all that. I am at that point. I don't know. All of my friends are trying to buy houses right now. How do I block stuff? How do I get rid of that, guys? Is it that right there? Did that work? What did that do? Ban. Bam. Sorry, I was sorry. I had been warned that I was going to have to be heavy on the moderation on anything that I did on Twitch, and that moment absolutely just happened for me. Just a bot. Want to become famous by followers, primes, and viewers. I don't even know what primes are. Go to this link, bigfollows.com. Yeah, I don't know. It's apparently what my new life is going to be with Twitch. Anyway, and now I see why everybody was like, you're going to need to get a moderator for it. Like, I can moderate myself just fine on YouTube, but it doesn't need that much moderation. Anyway, I got hit up by a friend with some Zillow listings. I am not buying a house. We bought this house about 5 years ago, and we love this house. But all of my other friends now want to buy houses. We are of that age where if we haven't done it already, it's like a biological clock. You hit your late 30s and you're like, I need to own a house. I am tired of renting. I must own a house. So yeah, it was right around the corner from us, which would have been real cool for my roommate's mother, who just broke her arm, and we're trying to get her closer to us. But I don't know if that's where, you know what, actually I do. The friend who's looking for that house or looking at that house, she is single, and I don't like her like having a house by herself if she's not nearby people we know or ourselves. So she is a block away from us. I'm totally cool with that. She actually used to live here. We had to kick her out because she was a terrible roommate. Just long story there. I love her to death. Obviously, she's still my friend, but we are not actively enablers, but she turned us into enablers, and I was not okay with that. So the pronoun mentioned before that they're reading Layla by Colleen Hoover, so some fun and for entertainment reading, and also an ideology and discourse textbook for next year's first semester, and that is a much more dense topic. Yeah, I never went into that side of things when I was in school. I feel like this is a weird time to take a class like that. Like, I feel like I'm assuming that I understand what ideology and discourse is, which I feel like I do, but I feel like now is a time where if you're taking that class, you're going to see how truly embarrassing America and probably much of the world is, with how bad they're at that. So CV is ineligible to buy a house. I am sorry to hear that. I technically was in my own way, but my roommate was not, so it worked out. And then pronoun must own a house surrounded by trees, which hopefully won't trigger your asthma. I live in Atlanta, and asthma, oh my God, the allergies here are like nothing I've ever experienced in my entire life. So I get that. And like, I just I take so much medication for it just to like get it to the point where I'm not all year long hitting my inhaler 3 times a day. But I am absolutely in that season. When the seasons switch, I always I'm back on that damn inhaler that I can't afford, but here we are. So let's go ahead and get our next sprint going. It is 46 past, so it is going to, oh, this math is different now. It is going to take us to 6 past the next hour. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Okay, that is time up on that sprint. Hey, Nikki, thank you for joining us. Let me know how you guys did. I'm now doing like a negative countdown because I'm in the last pages of this. So I didn't get a scene finished, but I am down to 9 pages left to edit, which is fantastic because I feel like I will absolutely finish it during this sprint and probably suck it up and go ahead and start my new project today. I usually try to give myself the rest of a day off when I am finishing, like when I have finished a big task, like an edit or a draft or whatever. But I don't really have that time right now because it's already the 8th. And I'm hoping to get this book published on the 19th. And that means I need to have it pretty much like wrapped up and ready to go by like the 14th, just so I can get it into like a couple beta reader hands and such. And I still have to do like the proofreading pass, and that's really fast. That usually takes me 2 days to do, but that means I need to start that on the 12th, and it is the 8th, and I gotta like do something else in the middle. So my brain gets cleared of this a bit. So I think I'm going to finish this today. And then I'm going to edit something else that I've had on the back burner. And then I'm going to jump right back into it in 4 days. CB got 164. That is fantastic. My coffee also kicked in some. A quote from what CB is doing. What the hell would he get the idea? Where the hell would he get the idea that he's a toxic person from? He demanded. I hope that's, I don't know. I was going to say, I hope that's like exaggerating and the person is absolutely toxic, but like maybe he's not. And he's just having a rough time and he needs somebody to take care of him. Oh, you're doing an advent calendar. I love it. I love that advent calendars, like just the concept of them, have gone from, chocolates and itty, like crappy toys to an entire world of fun and exciting things. We have whatever the Aldi Vista Bay, which is Aldi's knockoff of White Claw. That's what's happening here. I don't drink. It's my roommate. Every year I tell myself to get some form of an advent calendar, even if it's something like, short stories in advent calendar format or whatever. And then I always forget until we're past that. Somebody did make the suggestion that at the end of the season to buy an advent calendar or something that will be good for next year. So a non-food item or whatever. And I might take them up on that. That might be what I need to do because it's like a concept that really amuses me, but I was never allowed to have one growing up. And as an adult, I don't want a shitty chocolate one. Aldi had like a cheese one last year. And I don't think they even brought it back this year, but it sold out in like 10 minutes. So I never got to have it, but I would love a cheese advent calendar because I love cheese. Let's go ahead and get our next sprint. Oh gosh, my mouse is disagreeing with me. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our next 20 going. It is 9:11. So we are going to go until 9:31. I will see you guys then. Okay, that was time on that sprint. I guess it was 2 scenes that I finished there. I am down to 8 pages left. No, that's not how math works. I am down to 5 pages left. So I should absolutely finish this on the next sprint as long as I don't stupidly pick up my phone and look at Facebook again. It is my plague. I keep picking up my phone because I need to text my mother. But instead, every time I look at my phone, it just happens to be on Facebook. And every single time, there's something dumb happening on Facebook that I have to respond to. This time was in a writers group. As those of you who watch me regularly probably know, I have a very much love-hate relationship with writing groups. They're useful and also extremely frustrating. And this one, I was polite with the person. Don't worry. I know it's going to sound like I was really rude to her, but I wasn't. I gave her some pointers. But somebody asked if it was possible to write a novel on your phone. No, I get asking, like, what apps? Are there apps that you would recommend for this? It's totally a fair question because it is something that can be tricky if you're using the wrong app. I've done it before, and I've personally just used Microsoft Word, which was not the best app for it, but it worked for me. Anybody looking for recommendations, I recommend Wavemaker, and also, weirdly enough, the Wattpad, their mobile app. I don't recommend necessarily posting on Wattpad if you are planning on publishing. If you're just, if you are just doing it for your own. Oh, no, CB, I'm asking, like, I'm like, we don't have Christmas pudding in the US. So I don't actually know what that shape is. Or you did say shape, right? Yeah, the shape of a Christmas pudding. Yeah, so I just don't know what that shape is, but I feel like it's like a bunt, but like without the center taken out of it. Like just like a bunt pan, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I recommend the Wattpad app. I don't know. It's just, for some reason, it's really clean to type in. It's good for, like, if you have to scroll back, like all those little things that, okay, it's red and it's got holly on top. Perfect. Yeah, so if you are looking to write on your phone, and then, like, I know a lot of people use Google Docs, like, absolutely. I don't know how optimized it is. I feel like Google Docs is about as optimized as Microsoft Word is for it, which is not incredibly well optimized as, yeah, don't, as CB said, absolutely don't. If you're planning on publishing, do not use Wattpad. Like, if you are just putting it out into the world for people to see and you don't really care what happens, or if you just want to be in that culture of Wattpad, that's totally fine. But again, you don't actually have to publish for Wattpad, like, to use their app. You can just, like, fill it in as drafts and then copy paste it into a proper document later. But anyways, what I was really bothered about that was, why wouldn't you be able to write a book on your phone? You just have to find, I don't. You can literally write a book in your email. I mean, I've done it, not an entire book, of course, but I have absolutely, back in the dark days, written things in email and sent it to myself. Um, yeah, yes. Wattpad is kind of a mess. I have so many regrets with Wattpad because I was on Wattpad like the first couple of months that it came out. And if I had stuck to it, I probably would have actually been able to get somewhere with it. I was like active in the community and all of that. And, but we're talking like 2000, I don't know, I'm going to say like 14 or 15. Back like again with its first couple of months of coming out. And now I would never be able to like do anything that would equate to a career. And it would just be, as you guys are talking about, cloning. So yeah, I don't recommend Wattpad, especially for like finished stuff. Um, if you want to put like more rough drafts out there, like I've done it before as like a critique circle thing. Um, Whatever. Like if it's like a crappy rough draft of something that isn't even going to be published under my pen name because it's the wrong genre or whatever, go for it. But yeah, I don't recommend Wattpad just in general. Let's go ahead and do our last sprint though. That was a bit longer than I meant to go. Also, because this is the last sprint before we do this, I am on Twitch now. I just started Twitch. I have exactly 1 follower and I would love some more followers. I'm absolutely operating under the assumption with Twitch that if I like we swap follows. So if you follow me, I will absolutely follow you back. At the top of the footer, there should be a link there to follow me on Twitch if you are a Twitch user. Awesome. Okay. So we are going to go for the next 20 minutes. It is 9:39, so we're going to go right to the top of the hour, which will be 10 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States, but wherever you are, it'll be a different hour probably. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Okay, that is time. And that was the last sprint for the day. And I finished that story. Yay. I still have a proofreading pass to do on it, but that was only like 4 days behind schedule, so that's okay. Speaking of schedules, yay segues. I do have a new schedule for this channel. I decided to add a night sprint, which for me is 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, because anything after that is bedtime for me. To do that, though, I had to push back one of these morning guys. So now my schedule is just like a hot mess, and that's okay. But we still have our regular Word Stitch show, 4 to 6 p.m. on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays, we're still going to have the 8 a.m. show. And then Wednesdays, we're going to have an 8 p.m. show, which actually I tend to be more productive in that time frame anyways. This show is to like get my ass out of bed and doing stuff. I'm excited for the 8 p.m. show because that is a good work time for me. And then because of the 8 p.m. show, I will be doing my Thursday shows at 10 a.m. instead. So I am not up at so I'm not doing them too close together. A Pronoun just posted about a sprint that is currently happening. So let me get the link for that, and I can send you guys on to that channel. This is Celeste. There we go. You guys go and do more sprints, and hopefully I'll see you sometime later this week. Thank you guys. Have a great day.